Blade Runner 2049. The Ultimate Trivia Collection. From the movie directed by Denis Villeneuve. Created by Film Trivia Metaverse. Narrated by Joe Jackson. Blade Runner 2049. Introduction. Blade Runner 2049 is a neo-noir science fiction film directed by Denis Villeneuve, set 30 years after the events of the original Blade Runner, 1982. The story follows Kay, a replicant Blade Runner played by Ryan Gosling, who uncovers a long-buried secret that could alter the balance between humans and replicants. As he investigates, Kay grapples with his own identity and purpose in a world where artificial beings struggle for autonomy. The film explores themes of humanity, memory, and artificial intelligence, set against a dystopian backdrop of environmental decay and corporate control, all while examining the complexities of existence. Director Denis Villeneuve's first choice for the role of Niander Wallace was David Bowie, but sadly, he passed away before filming began. The opening scene where Kay, Ryan Gosling, confronts Sapper Morton, Dave Bautista, mirrors an unused scene from the original Blade Runner, 1982. In that scene, Deckard was supposed to shoot a replicant and remove its artificial jaw, but the sequence was ultimately abandoned. To emphasize Joy's artificial nature, editor Joe Walker experimented with freezing her image for 9 frames just before she responds to a question, creating a brief pause as if her processor was occupied. However, this approach felt forced, so it was dropped in favor of other visual cues, like her changing costumes. Ridley Scott initially planned a different introduction for Rick Deckard in Blade Runner, 1982, but Denis Villeneuve used a scene from the original drafts for Blade Runner 2049. This scene featured Kay discovering a tree at a farm, which was reminiscent of Deckard's introduction in an earlier screenplay. In a conversation with Gaff, Edward James Olmos, Kay, Ryan Gosling, asks why Gaff thought Deckard would leave society. Gaff responds with, "It was something in his eyes," which may be a nod to the theory that Deckard himself is a replicant, a concept hinted in the Blade Runner, 1982, director's cut. The design of Niander Wallace's lair was inspired by the Kiyomizu-dera temple in Kyoto, Japan. The floor in the lair is modeled after the nightingale floor, which produces sound when walked upon, alerting anyone nearby of an intruder. Cinematographer Roger Deakins drew inspiration from the Sydney Opera House in Australia after a dust storm when filming the Las Vegas scenes. Director Denis Villeneuve added a giant erotic statue to enhance the
Sample complete. Ready to continue?